Yeah, I think you were creepy on the last
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Work in Progress podcast. I'm Rachel.
I'm Dale.
I am Tubbs. Welcome to the podcast.
Last word.
I'm just going to start talking like this now and see how far we go.
Sweaty balls.
For today's topic...
Actually, wait, I got a question.
Oh, good night.
Yeah, he had a question.
Just a question.
Just a question.
And it's not really even art related. But if...
Everything we've done on this podcast is super art related, so
Okay,
you
never
might
mind.
want to...
Yeah,
first topic?
the sex one was extremely art related.
Super art.
Yeah.
I remember the boobs coffee table comment.
The brick wall
Wait.
with boobs.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Dale.
Okay.
Your question.
If you could travel back in time to just a random year, 1965, what would you take with you? If you could take one thing, what would you take with you?
I want to answer last because I want to see how Rachel changes the question to benefit her.
One thing. 1965.
One thing. Could it be like... What if there are multiple things with it? Like a Swiss Army knife. There are multiple...
One thing.
Stop trying to ask the genie for more wishes and answer the damn question.
What if it was one duffel bag full of...
What if it was one 40-foot Connex?
One car...
One building with things.
If I could take 1 year with me...
Rachel, I feel like you're the one that's going to answer first for obvious reasons.
We've just eliminated all the
I've got nothing.
all the loopholes you're going to try to find.
I've got nothing now. What
No,
the
you
hell?
didn't. One city.
Dale.
What?
I'm going to refer that question to you because I don't know yet.
Oh. I would take back... As stupid as it probably sounds, I would probably take back something like a phone, like a cell phone. I know you wouldn't be able to have cell service or anything, but you'd be able to show...
I've seen some videos on YouTube where people have cell phones.
What do you mean?
Remember the old videos where they're like, something looks
Oh.
funny.
Okay.
No, I'm just...
Never mind.
I'm out.
I would take back...
My friendship with Rachel.
I didn't know you in 1965.
No,
I
just
didn't know
take it
anybody
back.
in 65.
Not have it exist.
Um,
A cell phone. Why would you want to take
That's a
cell
good
phone?
question you asked that you can't answer, Dale.
yeah,
It's
I don't know. I was just wondering.
That's... So did
I
you
would
establish the year as 1965?
I just picked a random year.
Okay.
I wasn't... okay, I'll re-ask it this way. If you go back to any point in time, what would you take with you if it was one item, and why would you take that with you? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so any year. So now you can pick the year you go back in time, and you can pick one item to take with you to that time.
I would take a table saw and go back to a carpenter shop back in like
Go back.
1600s
Hey,
and be
Jesus,
like,
check this out.
what's up?
Was Jesus a good carpenter, though?
I doubt it.
I feel as important he was, there should have been some of his work.
I think the church-going folks would like to think that he was probably the best.
I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying
Would
if he
you-
did... We have Hitler's paintings. I'm not
I know.
comparing Jesus to Hitler. I'm just saying there's paintings of Hitler.
Would-
There's paintings that Hitler made, but there's no table that Jesus made. And I've seen The Passion of the Christ. He made a table.
Would you roll up at
Yeah.
Edison's house with the Tesla car and be like...
About that electricity,
Why not go visit
bitch.
Tesla with a Tesla car?
No, it'd be even better if it's Edison, because
He'd
Edison...
be like, that's my name.
he hated Tesla, didn't he? Weren't those
Yeah.
two rivals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And school taught us that Edison was way better. And history taught us that he wasn't. No offense to any of you Edison fans.
Would you do it in a spiteful way, or would you actually do it just
It
to...
depends on who
What?
I'm doing it with.
Like I
what?
said, roll up at Edison's house with Tesla car.
Oh.
Guess
No,
who's
I would-
popular?
I would probably go back to a certain period of time with a certain piece of technology to
rub it
directly
in people's
influence. No, to directly influence
Oh.
the way something happened. Like, I would go back to
Would you violate?
the early '80s and find Bill Gates and hand him a Windows phone. Check this out. See what you can do with it.
Could you let me program this Zune? I'm just joking. I have an iPod like the rest of America.
Wait, isn't Windows 10 or was it Windows 7 that everybody hates?
I don't know. Everybody hates all of them. It's
Would you take all of them back to him when he was first
Vista?
getting into it and be like, don't, Vista, yeah. Be like, don't make this.
Yeah.
why? I'm sure he's really sad about our opinion
Oh,
on
yeah,
his
he
operating
is.
system.
Eating at him.
Or
with
go
those
back and
billions of dollars.
hand a machine gun to someone in the Civil War.
That's what I was thinking around that kind of mindset. Just taking back a really cool gun. No, but I mean when they were still using muzzle loaders,
No,
Yeah.
they had.
not repeaters.
No, they had a hand crank.
The Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it held 50 rounds, and you had to crank it.
Would you?
Just taking back an AR-15.
Yeah.
Like, have fun. See who wins this one. That's a pretty good
Just throw it
sharpshooter.
up in the air, but in the battlefield like a basketball at the beginning of a game. Whoever catches it gets it.
And
I would-
that's the shot that was heard around the world.
I would go back and give a map of the world to Christopher Columbus.
Galileo, you were right, man. Sorry.
Be like, no,
Well,
this is.
according to some people, you weren't, but most people agree with you.
You were actually going this way. You meant to. Let's see who else.
Because you were wrong, we carried an entire nation of people Indians. So,
But we get a day off.
yeah, we get a day off.
Thanks.
Keep your blankets.
Oh, that made it sad. I don't know. Going back, I don't know. Since it's an artist podcast, go back to Van Gogh. You're gonna be super famous before you die. Destitute. You're gonna be. Well,
Are you listening?
afterwards.
Are you listening? Get it? Get it?
Get him a Verizon phone. Can you hear me now?
In a more selfish way, just as a more self-centered way of looking at it, I would go back maybe.
How long are we going back?
As wherever you want.
No, how long? How long are you gonna be there?
Oh, I don't know. However long you want to be there.
I'm gonna go back to like the 70s, throw in for lottery when I find out the winning numbers, and then
Oh,
go.
Nice.
What was it Hot Tub Time Machine? Sponsor Lugal.
I would go back to like the early 1900s and start sculpting the stuff I sculpt now back then.
Why you'd be burning the stake?
No.
You'd be burned at the stake.
Okay, probably.
Early 1900s. Yeah, you're a witch or a warlock.
Okay. So
Sorry.
the 30s, the 20s or 30s, when cinema first started picking up. Not that
Listen,
I'm trying
guys.
to steal the.
Listen, guys, zombies. Original idea.
It's gonna be big. But yeah. Now, like I said, that's a very selfish thought
but
to do because I
also,
would be
though,
stealing thunder from
would-
people like Dick Smith.
Would you also get the opportunity to live in what that is now? If you did something like that, went back
Well,
and took an idea, it would be a different world.
Oh yeah,
That got
absolutely.
created from it. So I mean,
That's why I just kind of think about it to see how it would affect
such a douchey
now.
time machine thing to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. I gotta be honest, I don't know.
Gosh, there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many little fun ones. I can't think
Yeah.
of a major like life changing one that'd be like boom.
Gosh, there's so many life events that happened. Well,
Go back to people I don't like's parents and give them a condom. Too deep. Sorry, I thought it was funny. So many people.
I don't have to think about that one, Dale.
Okay.
That's a good
We'll
one.
we'll come back to that at the end of the podcast.
Yeah. But for me, I know that because there's a little dark part in my heart. I would do some spiteful things.
Really? Wow.
I think
You're like just
before we
art?
started this podcast, we happened to catch a glimpse of the Rachel Hates podcast. Just call that one Rachel Hates. About things Rachel doesn't like.
Just to be like an ass. But then there's some things I'm like, oh, we could go back and save people. Like, just
No, don't do that.
simply just take some penicillin back and
The people you like. and
Put some
penicillin.
rat poison in it.
no.
They're like, well, that didn't work.
No,
And then
just-
people just keep getting the antibiotics never happen.
It would happen later.
No, because they would think it killed people. Because Rachel snuck rat poison in it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm really not that evil. Black-hearted. Just a part.
We projected that on you.
That's true. You're not.
You didn't rush to disagree with it, though.
You're not half wrong.
I don't completely disagree.
Gosh, art-wise, I would probably no. Gosh.
I would want to go back to a certain time and take something that would benefit me in the future. So I would go back like with an invention so somebody could improve on it over the years, and I'll come back to now, and then it'll be even better now, maybe.
That's true.
I don't know what it would be, though.
I think I would. I would just take a lot of gold. And
Do
then
you have a lot of gold to take?
I would just take the gold I have. Dick. I would take all the gold. I would take all the gold I have, or a lot of gold, or buy a bunch of gold.
Uh-huh.
Take it back, put it into account that gets released into my name.
You can do like Blast from the Past, just go back and buy stock in Apple.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But I think it'd be awesome. I'd do that. I'd do that all day. I'd be so rich right now.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to find out if that happens is if we're recording this in Maui right now.
What?
Nope, can't go to the past.
Nope, still here.
Well, if I did it in the past, Rachel, we'd be at now and I'd have all the money.
That's
how time travel works.
Wow. Is it?
Get a book, bro.
Sorry.
Jamaica.
So, okay.
No, didn't work.
We'll
Sorry.
come back to that.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
For the riveting end?
Yeah. I'm just trying to leave a cliffhanger here. So what's our first topic?
Our first topic is emotional and creative vampires. That's my mellowed out radio voice.
It's good. It's very good. I approve.
Yep.
What are your opinions on emotional and creative vampires? Also, what do they mean to you?
I think NPR just called. They're trying to hire you.
I'm not
I
mad.
was so. I was
There-
listening to your voice. I wasn't listening to the question because it's good. Emotional and creative vampires.
Literally what I said twice
Yeah.
Read it, see it,
in a
hear it.
row.
Okay. Emotional and creative. What do I think?
Did you say read it, see it, hear it?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. Because that's the thing.
Yeah, I did.
Keep on keeping on.
I think that if you allow people to drain you emotionally or creatively, because I don't think people actually have that power. I think that if you're on the same energy level as them, you can let them affect you. But if you're in a good state of mind and you don't let people affect you, then they're not going to do anything to you.
I don't know. I think people close to you can do it.
I don't.
Because when people do it to me that I don't give a shit about, it doesn't bother me. But when somebody close to me does it, I'm like, hey, feelings, I got them.
I think there's some people.
Yeah, but that goes back to taking responsibility for. Sorry, Dale.
Oh no, I was interrupting. But I think there's some people that are just crazy enough that they kind of do it on purpose. I don't know if it's psychopathic kind of thing, but where they, I don't know whether they're jealous of somebody else's happiness or skill or something, and they try to sabotage it through draining them emotionally or creatively.
But that goes back.
I've met people like that it'll just the frenemies or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well, Duncan Trussell is a comedian, but he's also very awesome. If you ever get a chance to listen to anything he does, he does a lot of drugs, but he has very interesting views on stuff, and he calls people vampires, and it's people that basically suck the life out of you, and he means that in a way
Suck the wind from your sails.
Basically. I don't know how you'd suck the wind out of sails, but yeah.
That's what it would take back.
Very nautical.
A boat engine. The
Fan boat.
no, not a fan boat, just the motor.
Boat motor.
To like
A motorboat.
Motorboat. I would probably take a motorboat too.
I'll take two.
I'll take two. Y'all got any motorboats? I'm here.
No, I would take it back in time to like either the Romans or where they had like just tons of people just rowing the boat across. Be like, hey,
Just go scooting past them. What's up, guys? Doing circles around.
I'm
them.
doing circles.
You guys tired yet?
Rachel get pissed off when halfway through all she got was like a little Evinrude outboard, and there's no gas. Oh.
but once again, that goes back to like the blood part of my heart. Like, look what I can do, but you can't. But they were badass. They were badass warriors back then,
like
so I probably would have taken an arrow to my throat.
Steamship.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, what can do with that?
aircraft carrier rolling up.
Stop.
Ooh, go back in time with a machine gun and try to help the Spartans win.
No.
You need a lot of bullets.
No.
Why?
Because then Gerard Butler wouldn't make the movie, and I really like that movie. I feel bad that a lot of people had to die for me to enjoy that movie, but it's a good movie.
So what were
Would you
you about
take
to say before we started talking about motorboats?
Would you take back the border, the U.S. border, back to the Indians so when the colonists came over? They're like, no, this is our land. No. In my head, it was funny. So they could build a wall so nobody can come in. Okay, I'm going to let that one go.
Political.
I'm trying to help out the Native Americans. Anyways, back to vampires.
That went on such a weird tangent.
It did. America.
I swim around the boat. Build a wall. So emotional vampires are people that try to, and we actually didn't pause. I just changed the way I was. I don't know why that sounded so weird in my head. Emotional vampires are people. I've called them dementors. People that way dementors. They just suck the happiness out of stuff.
Yeah.
And I know the conversation I've had with you guys, it tends to be people that are not necessarily always, but a little bit older. Like just that little bit of I didn't do this that I wanted to, or I didn't get to do that and I wanted to. And they kind of hold on to that, and instead of being, because I know people that have been through some pretty horrible situations in their life. I mean, like physically and emotionally trying times in their lives, and they have a positive outlook. So when I hear emotional vampires, I think of somebody that's like, it didn't work out for me. Why is it working for you? Mm-hmm. Oh, because I'm happy all the time. Well, you look stupid. Like one of the examples I always give is, I'm very excited about stuff I've never done before. And people of like when you go through something or you experience something, people say like, well, act like you've been there. You know, just be cool. Why would I be cool? This is fun, and it's the first time I'm doing it. Why would I be cool? Mm-hmm. But that mentality is like, well, if you don't know, you have to put on a facade to let people know that you've done something before. When doing something for the first time is awesome and amazing, why would you take that away from somebody?
Why are we such a society that we care so much about what people think about us? Like, honestly, because it's so... The only emotional vampire that's there is yourself. Because you're allowing people to you're giving your power over to that person.
Yeah.
That's why we're like, oh, they're emotional vampires or creative vampires. Well, no, you're actually draining your own energy because
Well,
it's
true,
your
but I
it's
also
your
think-
responsibility.
To an extent, I agree with you, but when you're around somebody, or you have to be around somebody, essentially the answer to a question like that is, well, just quit your job. I'm around this person, I'm unhappy. You're basically picking, am I going to be happy over, and this is just kind of an extreme case, but you're basically picking not having to deal with a person over financial stability.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a heavy decision to make. So that's why I'm saying there's some cases where you're going to have to be with people that are emotional vampires.
So are you
And-
thinking? Sorry, Rich. Are you thinking like there's people that just do things that can drain you emotionally, or you're thinking of the way I'm thinking of it is like there's people that actually turn that into a science and they just really
The only
mess with people. I've met people like that are just
there are people that actually try to make it into a game that get off on that power, but I not saying I'm amazingly perfect at it, but I do believe even like as frustrated as I've gotten, as mad as I've gotten, it's still my responsibility for those emotions. So even if that person is playing games and whatever else, like you figure out a way to either get away from them, to maintain that good feeling, because you still know it's your responsibility how you feel, or you figure out how to maintain your own power instead of giving it to them.
yeah.
And I think that's where, even when we put the term like there's emotional vampire, creative vampire, we're still putting that responsibility on somebody else instead of on us. Even if somebody is playing games with you, you still have the responsibility of how you feel. Like it's still another form of pointing fingers at somebody saying, well, it's your fault how I feel.
What I'm saying is it's part of an environment. It's part of an environment, and you're influenced by an environment. Artistically, personally, emotionally, you're influenced by an environment. If you're constantly around negative people, you're gonna start taking a negative outlook. And that's, well, the reason I'm saying that, that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that you don't have to be negative, but you do have to you have to find a way to combat the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to admit there's a problem, or you have to acknowledge that there's something happening that's affecting you, and then moving on to not paying attention to it, getting past it, not letting it affect you. You still have to acknowledge that something's happening. That's why I'm saying, to say just ignore them or just don't think about it, if you didn't, you wouldn't know they were doing it. And that's why I'm saying, I think to an extent you still have to deal with it, because you have to. It's a
Well, yeah, it's
knowing that you're going to react to something to a way is a reaction. There still has to be an action that you acknowledge to be negative or soul sucking or happiness sucking. You still have to acknowledge that that's happening, because it's happening, and you alter your state of mind to change it, but it's still happening to you. It's because you said it every time you've said it. It's the way you react to it. You're reacting to something. It's not, this is my outlook and everything is this way. Like you said, you work on it and you work on it, and eventually you get to the point where you can, but that's still there.
yeah. You still have to acknowledge like a situation. You sit there and like, this is a very negative situation. These are very negative people around that are here, not here in the podcast, but in whatever situation you're at, and you acknowledge I don't want this, but what I don't want, but what I acknowledge that I don't want this, but from that I realize what I do want out of the people that I'm around or work with, or just my emotions, how I handle the situation myself. So like even the contrasting situations I'm presented with, yeah, I have a short fuse about some things, and I don't want that. So what I do want is to be able to maintain a calmer state through contrasting situations that come up, instead of getting so short fused about the situation and losing that good feeling place. Because when you get out of that good feeling place, there's nothing good that comes out of it. It just comes out of more negativity. So you're just adding fuel to the fire, and which is what I don't want that. So I had to figure out a way to emotionally get out of that, to emotionally stay in that good feeling place, even though I'm around those people. It's still my responsibility to how to maintain whatever emotional state you want to be in. It's still, if you want to be in emotional state all the time, then fine, own it, whatever. But if you want to be in a good feeling state and not give that power to that person or to those people, then you have to figure out a way to maintain that good feeling or that personal power to yourself.
Oh, I don't disagree with you, but the way, at least the way I understood what you were saying was, they're only affecting you because you let them affect you.
No, that is true.
And the thing is that anything you just described is a reaction to that. So they're affecting you that way because it's natural to have, you make me not happy. It's like, that's what I'm saying is, so, because honestly there are times where it doesn't bother me. And like I've told you guys, some stuff's just funny. And it's a funny story. And I've told, in you guys group, stuff that's happened to me personally about people that I'm not going to mention, that is a horrible story. And you guys are like, that's terrible. And I'm laughing because, but when you think about it, it's pretty funny because this person's kind of a shitbag, but we're all laughing right now. And the way I'm telling you, you say this affects you that way. You say, excuse me, you say this is how it affects you. What I'm saying is, yes, it does affect me, and I choose to react to it or deal with it the way I choose to deal with it. I don't necessarily put the power on them for that, but when I tell you the story, or when I'm describing the situation to you, you know the feeling because it's a known feeling. So maybe it wouldn't affect you or you wouldn't be bothered by it, but you laugh because you've been in that situation and that's happened to you. So that's why I keep saying it's a reaction to what somebody else is doing, because they're going to affect you. I mean, somebody's negative around you enough, your reaction can be to walk away or to tell them to stop or whatever the case is. But it's still, I know I keep saying that, but it's still a reaction to it.
Yeah,
you feeling that way is kind of why they do it, but or maybe not. But you're saying it can only affect you because of this. It's still going to come up because it's just as hard as it is to build a tower. It's 10 times easier to break down a tower than it is to build it.
Can I put a spin on it?
No.
Can you guys, maybe you don't have to name any specific situations, but can you think of anything in your head where you may have been that emotional vampire?
Yeah, I do it a lot. You're nodding your head very.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking like I'm not in my head for myself too, because like there's times I think where something happening in my own personal life will just be weighing so heavy on my mind that I end up affecting the people around me and become an emotional vampire.
Oh yeah, there's well, breakups are a great example.
Yeah.
They're that's something that can emotionally weigh heavy on you, and when you have friends around you, like, you talk about it a lot just to either figure it out or go through the process. But yeah, I have no problem admitting, yeah, there's been situations where I have lived in my thoughts for a while, and that's all I've talked about. And eventually, like looking back, I can see how people reacted whenever I brought up, or they try to change the subject or whatever. But yeah,
I don't. When I do it, it's more of like for just because it's funny. When something really fun's happening to do it, but I feel like if I do it, or I think I've been around Dale. When I do it, I've been around Dale, and there's been times where Dale, I mean, even on the podcast, he'll say, "Sorry, I'm being cynical," and it's his way, like, hey, I acknowledge I'm doing that. I don't mean just if this is how my head's running right now, and I think that's part of the friends thing, or having friends. It's somebody that you can do that with, at least personally. That when you drop to a really dumb, like not dumb, but really, really just beating the shit out of a really heavy low, it's somebody that's like, all right, unicorns. Something, just throw a rock at. Why'd you throw a rock at me? Just because, get out of there. Just let's not be there anymore.
Yeah.
I think I still go back to the belief that You can't be an emotional vampire to anybody else except for yourself. You're the only one that's emotionally draining yourself.
I don't know, because somebody's bad mood can change the entire mood of a room of people.
I don't know. I still go back to like it's still your choice whether you want that to affect you.
Well, I affect, yes. Affect and how you deal with it, yes. But that's why I keep saying. What?
Keep going.
What?
No, keep going, because I was going to say something, but I was like, no, I want him to finish.
Don't let there be any dead air. I'm going to put the jingle back in.
Say it!
No, but it's still a reaction to me. You still have that emotion.
Well, yeah, it's still a reaction. You have to know. You have to be in that situation to know how you're going to deal with it. Like, to know whether it's a good situation or a bad situation. You still have to feel that out.
And that's an assessment of, I don't like the way this is making me feel.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's draining me emotionally. How am I going to react to it? How it affects you long term, that's your choice. But in the moment, it's happening. That's where
But
I
even
think
in the moment,
that's where
it's
I
still
think
your
we're.
responsibility.
I don't know. I guess I disagree.
And that's fine.
Why'd you say it like it? That's okay. Whatever.
Well, it's because it's your
It's
opinion.
your opinion.
And I have my opinion.
But that's just the way I think is. I think the way it affects you, you can change. How it affects your outlook, you can change. But it's still draining. It's whether emotionally, whatever. I think it's still draining. Long term, how it affects you. That's why I'm saying long term, how it affects you is your choice. But in the moment, it's pretty hurtful or just killjoyish. Because I react to it by turning to comedy or turning to making it funny. Hey, I worked on this and this and that, and I've had people. I've worked on 5 things this weekend. I'm so happy. Oh, but you didn't finish this? No. Your mom stopped by. I didn't have a chance to.
And I think
That was your mom joke. Nobody.
I think
we're not friends anymore.
I'm
I
so
think
engrossed in your opinion about it, so I'm just like, please tell me more.
I think to combat it and realize, like you're saying, that it's your own responsibility. That takes a lot of practice to be aware of that, because it can be happening to you for quite a while before you even realize it.
Yeah, and like I said, like some things can be a habit. You can turn things into a habit. Like, but I know as pissed off as I've gotten, at the end of the day, I'm like, that was still my choice to get pissed off in the situation. Like, I can look at it and be like, okay. I could have handled it differently. It was still my choice how I handled it. Like, I could have looked from the other side and walked away differently instead of walking away in an emotional state that I don't want to be in. And so it's I just go back to it's still your responsibility for how you handle the situation, whether it's in the moment or long term.
Well, I think the two opposing sides of how we see stuff comes there in the like I said, how it affects you, and I had the word for it when I started talking, but it just escaped me. Conditioning for it. The conditioning for it, because I think you're still going to feel that way. I think you're still going to feel that way, because emotions are kind of hard to control. There's people that can control their emotions, but not well. I mean, people aren't robots. You're still going to have emotions. You're still going to feel sadness. You're going to feel happy. There's going to be things that you can't control that make you feel that way.
You have to know what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy.
Well, but there's some stuff that you find out you think is funny. There's some stuff that surprises you. There's music that you find that some of those are emotional responses. You don't always have full control of your emotional faculties. And that's why I'm saying that stuff can happen to you with that. And you can condition yourself over time to work about that, but there's still emotions that happen to you. And emotions are a really hard thing to control.
Like my tuna pants.
Emotions like tuna pants. Everybody can smell it, but only you can feel it. But even stuff like that. I think it's the way something conditioning yourself so stuff doesn't affect you is different, but it's still a reaction to an emotion you're having, because that's like when I was telling you can't think your way out of a prison made of thought. You can't think your way out of a prison made of thought. It's made of thought. You have to think your way out of it, and you're in there. It's just, that's why I'm saying when it hits, when somebody's making you feel a way, like I said, you can change the way you react to it. You can change the way it affects you long term. You can change a lot of stuff. But that emotion's still pure because it's an emotion, like fear. Fear's a valid emotion. At some point, we had to worry that something was going to attack us. You can control how you react to fear, but you can't always control being scared. And it's an emotion just like being sad is an emotion, like when people make you sad. You can't always control being sad.
Well, this is where I disagree is the making you statement. I don't believe people can truly make you feel certain ways because I don't believe other people can affect your life in that way. You can make the choice whether you find out what is funny to you. You find out what is negative to you. You find out what is positive to you. You figure out what is love to you. Like there's some things that you find funny that I don't, because I don't find them humorous. But there are some things that I find funny that you don't. But it's still, like, you can't sit there and make me happy. You can't sit there and make me angry. You can't sit there. It's still my choice to how I react to the situation.
And that's what I'm saying. I think the disconnect, or the kind of where we're not necessarily butting heads, but where we're stopping is, excuse me, the sadness. Let's not put it that somebody makes you feel. The sadness you feel, or the way you feel when somebody does something, is still pure. How you react to it and how it affects you are your choice.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I said that's where I think the disconnect is, because what you feel based on what other people do, I keep saying when somebody makes you feel that way. I understand the control aspect of it, of somebody controlling you based on emotion, but those emotions are still pure. How you react and how they affect you is your choice. And that's why I'm saying, that's where I think we're not.
But nobody can emotionally control you unless you let them. That's my difference with you right there. Like, I believe that nobody can control you unless you give them permission to.
Well, you're taking it
Yes,
into a control.
Sorry.
Well, subconsciously.
Yes.
You can't say subconsciously because you have no idea it's happening. Subconsciously, it's not happening.
If you have insecurities, or if you've gone through situations that you haven't recognized, and that situation comes up again, in a way, you're allowing, you're giving that person permission to affect how you feel.
And if you're doing that subconsciously, you have no control over it. That's what I'm saying. So the emotion's still pure. The way it affects you is what's your responsibility. Because let's put it to a person in a relationship, a person in a bad relationship. Sorry, Dale. Hey, Dale, how you feeling?
Jump in.
Oh, are we doing a podcast?
No, we're having a discussion.
Oh,
What's up, Dale?
listen.
What do you think about?
Pick a side, Dale.
Remember that time I did that?
Remember those tacos, though?
Remember that steaks?
Let's put it this way. What's the next topic?
Well, I think they're both valid arguments. I just think on this side of the microphone, I think what you have control over is effect and reaction. Because I still think the emotion itself is pure. Because to say you can control an emotion like sadness, or like the way somebody affects your feelings, is still pure.
Well, yeah, it's still going to be pure, but if you brought yourself to a point where you can get yourself to recognize your emotions constantly, minute by minute. What am I feeling? What am I feeling? What am I feeling? Am I hot or am I cold?
Just that could be mentally draining.
Yeah, but over time, it's going to become a natural thing for you. There was a point in my life where it became a natural thing for me, where I knew exactly what I was feeling and why I was feeling things. So if you get in that state of mind where you can recognize, like, oh, I'm starting to feel negative. Why am I starting to feel negative? I'm feeling happy. Oh, why am I feeling happy? Because of this and this. And or I'm starting to feel pissed. Why am I feeling pissed? Like, what about this situation? Why am I getting so pissed off about this? Let's do some searching, emotional searching, figure out why I'm getting so pissed about this. And then let's react to this differently. Once you understand, oh, it's because of this and this and this, because of past experiences or whatever. It's like, okay, well, I need to learn how to forgive that and move on, because I don't want this to keep coming up, because it keeps coming
Well, that's
up.
what I'm saying. That's conditioning. That's conditioning yourself to recognize this is a feeling I'm having now. I don't like it based on these simulators, and I need to get away from this. Mm-hmm. But there's still a reaction to a feeling.
I don't think necessarily get away, but I think I do, because, like, remember, like, you take yourself wherever you go.
Yeah.
So even if you take yourself out of that situation, like if somebody's like berating you or whatever, at that moment you're like, you know what, peace. And well, you didn't handle it emotionally. You didn't handle it. You just checked out, and you're like, no, fuck it, I'm out. I mean, but you could have, you could have either checked out or you did deal with it, but if you didn't deal with it and another situation like that comes up again, it's like it's like my health, my weight. Okay, I could sit there and blame past situations for my inability to get off my ass, work out, eat healthy, which I've done. I used to blame past situations, be like, oh, it's because of this and this and this. Well, situations have changed. Guess what? I still ate shitty. I still sat on my ass.
But I'm just used to it.
Yeah, so
their fault.
I took myself wherever I went. So it's still my responsibility. I'm no longer in those situations, but guess what? Here I am. And guess who's still, well, I'm doing better now, but guess who wasn't doing all that shit that, so it's going to come back to you. You take yourself wherever you go. So you have to learn how to deal with your emotions first before you can deal with somebody else's emotions.
And that's what I'm saying. I just think the way we're describing it to each other, to me it doesn't sound.
We're not that far off.
No, I completely agree with you, but I think
we're in the
what
same.
you're describing to me sounds.
Road.
Yeah, we're driving on the same road. We're in two different cars. I do agree with you on how you react to stuff. I do agree with you on how you react to emotions or how people affect you emotionally. And that's why I'm saying I agree with all of that, with the conditioning to change the way you react to certain people or certain things affecting you in a certain way. But saying that nobody can make you feel something, I think is incorrect. I think is incorrect. It's what I believe.
Next time I go to a funeral, I'm going to go to one of the grieving and say, you're only sad because you want to be.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that to say you can control how you can't control what people make you feel.
I was just picking.
But you can
Guess who just jumped on a grenade?
Well,
but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying emotionally, because when you say no one can make you feel something, if you have that kind of control over your emotional faculties, to me, you would be able to control every one of them. Instead of just controlling the anger one, or the unhappiness one, or the happiness one, or the, you know what I mean? Like it's a spectrum of emotions. This is a TED Talks now, spectrum of emotions. But I think conditioning the way you react to something, and saying nobody can make you feel something are two different. Is where my is where I think it's because somebody can make you, not make you.
They can influence how you feel. I don't. That's where I do believe that you can influence somebody's state of mind. Like, have you ever been around somebody and you're like, had a shitty day, and you walk up to somebody and they're like, yeah, they're positive. I feel good being around them. I do believe that somebody can influence how you feel, but I don't believe somebody can make you. Is that, there's my...
I think it's just a definition of make and
Well, to me, make
influence.
is... To me,
that's
make
getting
is...
mixed up.
Make, to me, the word make is...
Somebody
has control over you.
Uh-huh.
But the word influence, to me, is more of like they don't have control over you, but how they are as a person can influence, can either
And that's what we're
raise,
talking about.
can either raise or
vampires.
I'm not going to say either one of you are wrong, but in my opinion, the way I see it
Tubbs is
is
right. Okay, thank you. Next.
I think I could have plenty of control over someone just by influencing them. But that's just the way I see it. I mean,
But then it also comes, to me, also, it just comes back around to you allowing that person to influence you or not.
but I am also going to play middleman in this and say, I don't think everybody is capable of controlling their emotions.
It takes a lot of practice.
Well, even I think you. That's why I keep
Like, you
saying I
look
think
at
you
the-
control how you react to your emotions, but controlling your emotions, I don't think you can do.
Well, you look at the Buddhist monks, they spend years learning how to be self-aware. And that takes years, every day, every minute, every second, every minute, every hour of the day. They practice that.
Yeah, but I gotta go to work. I got a job to do.
When you
I can't
isolate yourself.
sweep and be in the moment of sweeping for an hour. But no, that's just where I think we're on the other side of the fence. So
Mine's greener. Grass is greener on my side.
your grass is fake. Your grass is built on a hill of lies. But no, that like I think you could definitely have an option, and you can definitely choose how you react and how and you with things, emotions, people, whatever. The way you feel when you feel something, when you're feeling it, that you can't control. You can control how you react to it. You control what you do about it. You control all those things. But getting the feeling itself is...
Well, you have to feel something to know what you do and don't want in your life.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to tell you too.
You're just conditioned to how you react to that something. Because you have to have the feeling before you react to it.
Right.
Because you have to know, this is happening to me.
We're talking the same. We're just using different language.
Yes.
Okay. High five. Solved. Done. Dale?
Topic.
But... So, you guys heard
Hey, we're
Rachel
in
say
the
I was
same car
right?
now.
No, we're not. Your grass is fake.
My license plate.
You've just heard the resolvation of a topic. I made up a new word.
Resolvation?
Yeah. That's resolving and...
Don't force it, Dale.
Okay.
It's not good when you force it. It's not natural. It's
It
everybody
popped in
is
my head
uncomfortable.
naturally.
Podcast over. No,
I
so we were thinking of
You do that every podcast. You
I quit. I know. I'll quit the next one too.
So I jokingly, we were looking for topics, and we actually had a few of them, and we have another couple we'd like, but to mix it up, I entered topics of conversation. And there's actually a website called conversationstarters.com. The icebreakers are kind of, where did you grow up? Do you have any pets? Do you have any siblings? Do you know what your name means? What type of phone do you have? What did you do this past weekend? What are your plans for this
Do you
weekend?
even know what your name means?
What?
What is your name?
I was just trying to...
My name's Tubbs. It means tubby one.
Just got Urban Dictionary.
I think so.
Actually, you want me to go to Urban Dictionary? Because somebody put a badass one in there for my name.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it you? Did you?
No,
put
it wasn't.
Oh.
So, listeners, if you've never gone to Urban Dictionary, looked up the meaning of your name, it's
Tubbs, Urban Dictionary.
hilarious.
I think mine's boring.
TUBZ. Originally a song.
Huh? You can't read it quietly.
Well, I'm trying to find.
Oh,
There's no definition to it.
What about Jesus?
how's it used?
Jesus.
Originally a song by Roloff Productions in the book Novelty Sickles. It's intended to be performed by 6 percussionists with boom whackers. However, it can also be used as a praise, insult, and generally a word to say when referring to anything. Dude, I passed my biology test. Tubbs. Yes, really. I failed my driving test. There was a really cool one in here. A big, scary, lovable joke-telling machine. I liked it, that one. I could get a mug made on one side. It's going to have the word on the other side, the definition. When it's dishwasher and microwave safe. Lots of space for my liquids. Big, scary, level. Let's look
Dale?
up Dale. Damn it, Dale. Means go ahead in Spanish.
Dale.
Dale.
Dale away.
So racist.
What?
Sure. Used a lot in Miami. Uses goodbye or slang called Dale, an amazing guy who is super sexy and really smart. He is fun and witty and can sometimes be grumpy. He has serious mood swings, but mostly happy. If your boyfriend is a Dale, then you really, really, really lucky because Dales are great guys. He fights for what he wants. If Dale gets mad, you better watch out. No, you better watch out because he can be dangerous. All around, he's pretty great. He definitely just pulled a Dale is the example they give.
I wrote that one up myself. Just kidding.
Dale, very loving, loyal, and kind human being. He has looks of an angel, the personality of a saint. A Dale will never let you down and will be there for you always. Sounds like an ad for a personal massager.
Right.
That's such a PC way to say vibrator.
Uh-huh.
He is the kind of person you can easily trust to become friends with. A Dale will never say a bad word about anyone. That's horseshit. And ignores any immaturity, e.g. bullies and dicks.
Wait, what?
He ignores any immaturity, e.g. bullies,
Example, for example.
dicks. No, it says e.g.
Yeah, it means for example.
No, for example is e.g. That says e.g. E.g.
That's the proper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
They're stupid.
Let me read. See, I knew you weren't a Dale. He isn't even the type of person to fall out with anyone, though many people fall out with him.
That's kind of...
A Dale will offer advice and support in any situation. A Dale will never lie to you, just an amazing, lovely person. Who's that lovely guy? That's Dale. Wow. Go over and say hi. No way. Shut up. He likes everyone. That's the example they gave on that one. Dale.
I think we're
Cocaine. Rhyming slang derived from South African kicketer. Dale seen used commonly amongst Western backpackers traveling to South Africa. Your name means cocaine in South Africa.
Huh. Read it. Read it.
Dale, the sexist cracker you will ever fucking meet. Oh, it's all caps. Dale, the sexist cracker you will ever fucking meet in your damn life is sexy, nice, tall, has big old dick, and his ass is beautiful. The example they gave is Dale is sexy and has big old dick. Alright, that's enough Dale.
This is
Let's look up
weird.
Rachel.
We're in the weird part of the internet.
Rachel, Paco.
H-A-E-L.
He.
Rachel is...
Wow, that's
Rachel,
a long one.
She is as unique as her name and not afraid to stand out. Rachels are a friend to all. No one is
Aw.
ever left out. Smart and intelligent. Academics are important because she knows they will help her reach her dreams. Beautiful on the inside and out. Tough as steel on the outside, but her heart gets broken. She just only shows that to those closest to her. Always has a smile for everyone. ... And is a great encourager.
Yeah, you guys are doing good.
Loves to laugh and be silly. ... Loves her friends so much. ... Loves God even more.
Hates proper grammar.
Family means everything. Rachel's will try anything. I left that pause there.
Maybe.
Great with athletics and in art and music. Amazing.
Golf. Hello, in art.
Rachel
Hello.
takes the bad in their life to make them stronger and have a confidence that each day will be better than the next. If you know Rachel, your life is blessed. If
You're
Rachel calls
welcome.
you friend, you have a true treasure. Their example is,
The
I
same
am
thing
so
about their
proud.
arrogance.
Rachel, definition 2, the correct way to spell the name Rachel. Let's not look for the fun ones. Let's look for the weird. The sexiest girl you'll ever meet, also amazing in bed. So there you go. Just get you that mug, you're good to go.
I would like to think so.
A smart, independent girl who avoids drama at all costs. She's a true friend and
Well,
will
that's
help
not
you.
true.
Will help you if you need it. Although she has her moments of bitchiness, she's a beautiful girl all the way.
And choking.
And forgetting how to drink water. Rachel, a brown-eyed, brown-haired beauty, hates drama and is very independent, outgoing and loves to flirt. Doesn't care what people think of her and is smart, laughs at everything and tries making jokes. Enjoys company of others and is a better lover than fighter, but can beat your ass. Has a lot of friends. Loves to act like a gangster. Man, that's a Rachel. That's by MDSFDH.
I know that person. It's so positive.
Oh
I
wow,
like
page
mine.
1 of like 10. Go to page 5. Let's find a negative one. A blonde, hot, sexy girl. She's smart but has her blonde moments. She's a girl that everyone loves. No. Why are all the ones for your name like 8.5 pages long?
Because Rachel's cool. There's so many good things to say about the name Rachel. Hello. What? Oh no.
A name slightly different from Rachel because of the A. It's spelled Rachel. Because of the A taken out, most Rachels like using brushes for other purposes than the hair. Rachel like using her brush. That's the example. I don't know.
Isn't Rachel a biblical
Yeah.
name? A basic bitch that will steal your. Oh, yeah, that's me. Steal your men.
A basic bitch that will steal your man, that can't dress herself, and is a basic hoe. Rachel, a basic hoe. I want to stab. Is the example they gave.
Yep.
Rachel is a stupid skank who, upon reaching the age of 16, runs away with a 28-year-old because her mom's a psychopath.
What?
Wow.
It's very
That's a-
Oh
specific.
my god, life's hard. Gotta do a Rachel.
Wow. Last one, and then we'll go back to topics.
Rachel.
Oh, God.
Rachel, a blow-up sex doll, original reference, cult TV series Red Dwarf has since passed on to common use. Krypton, unpack Rachel and get out the puncture repair kit. My names mean good things. Your names mean bad things.
It was
All right.
mean good things.
I'm gonna keep reading through these, and you tell me when to stop. All right.
Stop.
Topics?
Do we have other topics?
What's the last time? Well, yeah, but I thought we were gonna do something different because I found a good one in here that I liked.
Okay, what?
What is the first thing you notice about a guy or girl? Do both.
Why are you guys laughing?
Dale, you want? I don't know. She started laughing first. I'm trying to be an adult. I'm trying to do adult things on this podcast. Rachel just laughs with her Bob Ross shirt on. Dale, what's the first thing you notice about a guy and girl? They said or, I'm saying and.
I don't know. I mean, if they're in the room or not.
Their hearts.
Yes.
That's the first thing I notice is people's hearts. Let me go to another one.
My stomach hurts.
We gotta come on, guys. Keep this energy up. Do you sleep with a stuffed animal?
No.
Quick rounds.
No.
Pillows.
That's true. Bill.
Stuff-
Are they in the
Pillows.
shape of animals?
No.
Okay.
Well, in the middle of the
I
night,
have-
like a
Cats that sleep on the passenger side of my bed.
Do you drink coffee or tea?
passenger side.
That's what I call it.
What?
He goes to the passenger side of his bed.
So when you're looking for a girlfriend, you say, "I'm trying to get into the high occupancy lane."
Want to go for a ride? Is that what you said?
Oh God. The passenger side.
I don't know. I called it that once.
Call it the
Just
spotter
hop
seat.
on in. You're gonna go for a ride.
Oh, do you drink coffee or tea?
I don't know.
I drink both.
Yeah, both.
If you had any superpower, what would it be? X-ray vision.
Flying. I would want to fly. Ooh, either that or being able to go to the bottom of the ocean, all the way to the bottom.
Oh no.
Oh, dude, yeah, I like that one too. Twinsies, or just be Rachel. I would have. I want the ability to make more powers.
My magic power would be able to go wherever I want, just at the thought of it.
Where would you get stuck a lot, Rachel? Follow-up question.
In walls.
I'd be in Montana a lot.
You'd be at Woodworker Source.
I really would. Either Montana,
Shit! I gotta get back. I got work to do. Sorry.
either Montana or Woodworker Source.
If you were stranded on a
Passengers.
desert island and we could have only one item, what would it be?
What was that? Sorry.
If you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only have one item, what would it be?
Like,
Fast.
I guess was
Water?
Could it be a Connex with all the stuff I need to survive?
a boat.
It doesn't say not a boat.
Oh.
A boat.
Oh, yeah. I was immediately just preparing to stay there. I was like, water. I just need water, I guess. I can't leave.
How would I?
Water filtration.
I've seen Naked and
system.
Afraid, so like a really good knife, like a good kukri.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
What do you think I was gonna say? Follow up question. Tubbs?
I don't. It's sailed. The moment sailed.
Do you believe in luck?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Do you believe in video? Do you play video games? Do you believe in video games? Do you play video games?
I've heard they exist, but
All right, stop. We're doing a damn podcast. Get your serious faces on. Do you believe people are inherently good? I do.
I don't know.
Don't look at Rachel.
Oh my god.
Do you believe people are inherently good, Rachel? I think she said
Yes,
yes.
I do.
Okay. How often do you shower?
Every day.
Every
day.
Thursday,
Sometimes.
whether I need it or not.
Yeah.
At least once a day.
Shower day is here at last.
What's your favorite board game?
I haven't played board games since I
I
was
play
little.
board games a little bit, but I get real on board games.
I remember having a lot of fun playing the game of life. That was a fun game.
I like life.
I liked
but-
Candyland.
Okay. All right. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
No.
I got a ticket for my plates or my registration being expired.
Oh yeah.
So not a speeding ticket.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's what I said no.
I was
first.
joking.
I got a wasting finite resources ticket.
So a fake speeding ticket.
Yep.
Yeah.
A faux.
Do you prefer cats or dogs?
Both.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't,
Both.
I can't say one over the other.
Would you prefer to live in a city or rural area? Rural.
I'd like to have a place in both.
If you say
Yeah.
Montana, I was gonna throw some bitch.
Um,
What's your favorite season?
winter,
All of them. Well, no, summer.
winter.
If it's summer somewhere else besides Yuma,
If it's summer, somewhere else.
yeah, then I'll like it. I'll like all the seasons, but
I like seasons. I just don't like being in them.
I just don't like being hot.
Do you speak any other languages?
I used to could.
So there's not another language. What other language?
I wasn't fluent, but I knew how to speak French.
Me too, a little bit.
I barely speak English.
Spanish. Have you ever cried because you were so happy? Yes.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
crying right now.
Dale?
Yeah.
Me too.
I can't think of a specific time, but
What's the best? That's almost dumb. Do you sing in the shower?
I used to. When I was younger, I used to, but I kind of something I
I
grew
live
out
with
of.
people. Yeah.
I haven't in a while, but yeah, I have.
Ooh, what would you do if you only had 24 hours to live?
Like, no guarantee that universe is like, oh, just kidding.
Ha! Gotcha, bitch. No. No.
I just go to my job and be like, I quit, and then just fucking drive
Why would you
off.
go to
Why?
work?
I want
Just
to
to be
know
able to
why you
say,
only
I'm
have
done.
24 hours to
I'm
live.
done with you.
Because reasons. I don't know. You know what, man? You guys are not fun with those.
No. If you had 5 minutes to live, if you have 5 minutes left to live, what would you do?
Nothing.
Just sit
Yeah.
back and
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah,
Give
pretty
me
much.
my passenger. That's,
It takes me 5 minutes just to get out of bed in the morning. So,
it takes me like 20.
well, I have one of those.
Seriously,
It's like
I'll lay
fucking
there.
seconds. You turn your body and you get out of bed.
No, I lay there and I fantasize about what I'd rather be doing. And then Bo's like, okay, you need to get up. And he starts biting at my feet. And I hate it. It's not nice in the mornings.
Do you know what time you were born?
Yes. Do you want to know?
I think I was born like around 6 a.m.
I don't know.
I'll tell you exactly.
32 years ago. Not today.
Oh, what days? Oh, it's only Thursday.
It was too quiet. I
Done.
hear jingles.
No
Say
jingles.
something.
Well, I'm trying to find questions and
Well, what
Rachel's
about
trying
our
to answer 'em.
topics?
Oh yeah, topics. We have topics, guys. We actually planned for these podcasts.
We're just about out of time.
We're just about out of time. Let's see if we can squeeze one in here.
Okay.
As an artist, where do you see yourself in 5 years,
Oh.
based on yourself and your personal preference?
Giving up completely.
Trying to find generic excuses to get out of podcasting. Just kidding. Or is he?
I don't know. I don't have like a 5-year plan for what I'm doing. I want to sculpt and paint as much as I can and get as good as I can. So hopefully I'm 5 years better than I am now.
Legit. I'm kind of at the same spot with all the stuff I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't have a plan that far ahead. I'm just.
Yeah. I feel like
I was born at 7:29. Anyways,
7:29
a.m.
a.m.
Yeah.
Did
Sorry.
you just wake your mom up to ask her?
No.
Mom!
No, I did like a little birthday celebration for myself back in 2014. And because I never thought birthdays were a big deal. And so I made a special day for myself. I think everybody should do that. It was cool. Anyways.
I'm not arguing that it's cool. I'm just wondering. You just explained what you did on your birthday in 2014, but not why you knew what time you were born.
Because you asked, do you know what time you were born?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I thought you were asking specifically.
No, it asked that, but I said, how do you know that? And you said, well, it's because I did a thing, but you didn't
Oh, no,
describe
because
why it came
I
up.
did a
You
post
just
on
Google
my...
when was Rachel born.
No, I did a post on my Facebook, and I explained why I was doing what I was doing.
Well, you didn't say that part. You're just like, because, my birthday, I celebrated it. Cool.
Hello.
Oh, okay. I didn't make the jump to you
See?
posting on Facebook.
That's what I did. I went and bought a cupcake for myself, and I drove out to Picacho, and when the time matched up, because Montana, what, mountain time? Standard time? Anyways, so when...
Montana, mountain, yeah.
So
That's what Montana
So I drove out really early, so at 6, I think it was at 6:29 here, I lit the candle, and I celebrated my own birth. By myself, out in the desert.
Good job, me.
Yay! No, it was really cool.
2014, killing it.
It was actually
So,
like
high five.
it was like one of the best birthdays that I've had
I think I like birthdays.
because I made it about me.
I do like birthdays. But I think part of the thing about birthdays is we try to celebrate them because we know we're only going to have so many of them.
Mm.
So when people are like, so for other people's birthdays, I like doing stuff. But for mine, I'm like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
But also, the little part of me that's a 5-year-old like, let's throw me a birthday party.
I'm kind of... So my birthday's coming up, and I'm going to be 38. And usually I don't care about that shit.
Gross, podcast over.
But for some reason, I'm like, I'm going to be 38. Like, I knew that I was eventually going to get older, but for some reason, I'm like... Because I don't feel like I'm 38. I feel like I'm younger. So when I'm like, I'm going to be 38... It's like 2 years away from being 40. It's so weird.
But also, it's 52 years away from being 100. So really, it's just how...
Way to put it in perspective.
It's just how far out you scope it.
Winning.
Too bad you only lived to 39.
But now it's probably because I'm thinking too much about it. But yeah, it's for some reason it's a little odd right now.
I'm kind of a nihilist. I think if it ends at 27, you're still good. Like life is life, and like humans are the only animals that worry about time.
It's true, yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's great to have birthdays. Hey, I made another year, but honestly, I'm like, how old are you? Well, you're as old as you are.
Yeah.
Some people are older and act like 10-year-olds, and some people are younger and act mature as hell. So I mean, it's a number, unless she's 16.
Hey,
True story.
It's only a number if I let it affect me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm letting it affect me, so I'm taking responsibility of it. Hello.
Podcast over. I'm not getting into this argument again. This conversation that we came to an agreement on, air quotes.
2 butts. Anyways, topic. 5 years?
2 butts,
I don't
1 birthday.
know. Hopefully, HSB Woodworks is very successful, creating art left and right every single day. Tracy and I are badasses in the woodworking community.
Yep.
And yeah. That's what I hope for.
I just hope to be better at everything I'm doing. In every facet of my life.
It's a lot of work.
I thought you were going to say boring answer.
Try again.
Yeah.
Stuff and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just hope to be better. Because why not?
Yeah.
It's going to end. Who cares?
Eventually. Yeah.
Who cares?
Yep.
And then I'll
It's just a birthday.
try it again next life.
No, it's a good birthday, like high five at your birthday, but
Oh, yeah.
also like
Yeah. Yep. 38.
try to be a plumber in the next life or one of those porta potty guys.
No.
Based on what I was listening to, very happy people.
Well, I don't like bathrooms, cleaning bathrooms, so.
We don't have enough time for the things you don't like.
Oh, gosh. No, we don't. We really don't. I think people would stop listening.
Just make it. Hey, if you hung in with us, sorry about that lull where Rachel just laughed at everything. And in case you're curious, there was nothing happening behind the mic that you couldn't see.
Yeah.
Rachel just lost her shit. It's cool.
I did. I cracked
It was
myself
fun.
up.
It was fun.
Yeah. If you can't crack yourself up, then
Right?
you suck at life.
We're going to play Good Riddance and
All right.
end the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening, and thank you if you hung out this long.
Bye.
We care.